The new release is noble, the is Nigeria, and it has engendered a tempest on the internet, consisting a response of thigh-hop artist and businessman Diddy, who share it on his Instagram webpage, propellant the live video to world acceptance. Falz, actual behalf Folarin Falana, has obtained applause for dealing public hardship in a nation wherever pop stars seldom get policy. Musicians tend to escape policy comment, partially due to an entrenched terror of harassment of the strong policy grade. Revolutionist ghost Falz, the is Nigeria, embodies the revolutionist and insurgent ghost of Fela Anikulapo Kuti up him. Fela Kuti, the young pioneer of the Afrobeat style, was renowned for his policy militancy for the nation's era of war dictatorships. Of his accounting records, World Burglar, ITT, 2, Zombies, Kuti exposed a brave disobedience versus the Nigerian by the government and some pervert officials of his period. Fela was a violent advocate of humane rights, and his accounting records, frequently imbued in word attacks, were versus Nigeria's war by the government in the 70s. It came at a large private price to him, he was often concluded, and his mom was deserted off a terrace by an unidentified Nigerian man for a attack. Following the fleeting of Fela, his sons Femi and Seun Kuti include transferred on several of his militancy in their piece of music careers, but Afrobeat, as a style of piece of music, has substantially be alcove. Falz is named globally for his sitcom-flavored hip-hop traffic, but could he get on the policy piece of music robe and fill in the gap leftward by Fela? The artist has a law extent and is the son of visible Nigerian attorney and humane rights militant, Femi Falana, so the proposal is not as distant fetched as it sounds. It is as well not the at first period how the rapper has turned on public comment in his piece of music in early Traffic, Prove, and Kid of the Planet, so it would seem how the poem does not drop far of the wood, as the proverb goes. Smug sleep time. The conception for the is Nigeria live video isn't unique, which Falz did was assimilate the communication, undergo it via his own art filtering and give it household to Nigeria to allocate the nation's multiple public hardship. Nearly as if to arouse Nigerians of their smug sleep of adoption. This initial motive was to flop and revival amongst the Nigerian human beings on the multiple policy and public hardship how we always person as a nation. And more than importantly to iskra a response in the favorable line, says Falz via electronic mail. In the assist of stuntman and extra, Falz walks us move by move via Nigeria's main problems, center to the is which lot accept to be ineffective management by the government of CEO Muhammadu Buhari. Lot trust he has unsuccessful to supply on its promises of increasing Nigerian lives and locking the economics. That slid in a economic downturn 2 years ago and is slow start to come out of it. Added to the fiery mix is the nation's tense ethnical and pedigree relations, a absence of reliable force delivery, impoverished infrastructure facilities, a flop-happy police force strength, the popular of preliminary fee scam, local named as Yahoo Boys, an operation of the citizenry by several clergy. A domestic glass. The at first item you note while you look Falz. The is Nigeria live video is the powerful communication concluded in the live video. Nigeria is a illegal nation, managed by a basic law. How is purified love an honorable paper? How's why the at first person, dressed in conventional Fulani dress would selector of creature a lucky artist minding his industry, to a killer in an instantaneous. He abandons his goji, publicly named as the Hausa guitar, for a machete, and immediately moves to else powerless individual who he kills out of grace. It is the kind of image how makes the live video so strong. The is the at first period in the latter story of the regional pop stage how and painter in the impact and trust of Falz has liberated such a content. Time lot commentators in the regional area include been fast to sack it on the base of it creature a lid release, it doesn't get off of the mandrel communication, Nigeria is a corrupted nation, in much faceted problems. Falz captures the with cinematographic techniques and concludes, fair love the resource content, by lack to propose a decision. Maybe how is the spot seems hard to do. It is a domestic glass, created to do Nigeria gaze at himself and its problems, one more than period. Falz, the Is Nigeria live video and its effect has engendered conversations about the planet, and acts as a reminder of the force over piece of music, and how it can be utilized more than efficaciously to instill changing. It shows how opposite to famous view amongst regional talents, down there is a consumer demand for deliberate piece of music. Breathtaking their Aklot musicians should pursue his conduct, and build art to represent the times and the heart rate of the human beings. Time down there are actual opinions versus pursuit militancy as the single attention of African piece of music, the capacity to balance sheet it of, and build deliberate piece of music, time as well feed the human beings as wish to flee is a key ability. Falz live video suggests how, as Nigeria moves striker, its musicians include a enormous liability on their shoulders to build art how amplifies the country of the nationality, and eventually improves the community how brought up them. Their piece of music is created for communities how are massively struck by these problems. Eventually, it really just ensure slow ease. It should cease their ache too much.